Today marks Everest Day, when Sir Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing Norgay became the first to reach the summit of the world's highest mountain. That was back in 1953. A little over 2 decades later, the first woman made it to the top, Japanese mountaineer Junko Tabei, a feat recognised this year by Sir Ed's Himalayan Trust on its 50th anniversary. Tabei passed away in 2016. Today I sat down with New Zealand's own exceptional mountaineer, Lydia Brady, to talk about Tabei's legacy.
Lydia Brady has stood on the top of the world 6 times, but still enjoys a low-altitude stroll through Aotearoa's native bush.
There's something so restorative about nature.
In 1988, Brady became the first woman in the world to climb Mt Everest without oxygen.
Everest had already been climbed by men without oxygen, so I wanted to know if I could do it.
She could, and did. But her remarkable feat, which has now been officially recognised, was denied by male mountaineers who said she lied.
They made an official statement to the Ministry of Tourism in Nepal that it wasn't possible that I'd climb Mt Everest, and as the New Zealand team and the New Zealand team leader, yes, that I'd be lying.
They had made their own attempt and failed. Brady took a different route and succeeded, writing "Going Up is Easy" about the turmoil that followed.
I dealt with it. It took a long time. I went through into a very dark place. I came out, and I've gone on to climb.
5 more times, in fact, to the very top of the world. She's regarded as one of the world's best mountain guides and follows in the footsteps of legendary Japanese mountaineer Junko Tabei, the first woman in the world to reach the summit.
Junko's ascent of Mt Everest was kind of like being a Red Sea pedestrian. It's just like, she opened doors. The fact that Junko was an ordinary person, an ordinary woman, made climbing Everest as an ordinary person completely feasible.
Obviously, what the Japanese climber achieved in 1975 was monumental. She was a short lady, 4'10", but obviously packed a punch and had an enormous determination.
Himalayan Trust patron Helen Clark says 50 years on from Tabei's achievement, it's important to celebrate her trailblazing steps.
We often say in New Zealand, girls can do anything, and she proved that a young woman could get to the top of the world's highest mountain. That's so encouraging, so inspiring for other women mountaineers, of whom there are many, including from New Zealand itself. Full marks to Lydia for just being one of the most courageous women out there.
The former New Zealand Prime Minister was a close friend of Sir Edmund Hillary and has made several trips to Nepal, working with the Himalayan Trust to honour the legacy of the great women climbers by helping with the health needs of the next generation of Nepalese women.
There is a stigma around menstruation, and where girls go into isolation and told they can't be touched or seen, and often not access to the menstrual hygiene products that most of us would take for granted.
A project was developed which provides kits to young women, along with education and training for teachers and parents.
I hope it will be life-changing for the young women, and also when they become mothers, it enables them to be able to talk around these issues to their own daughters.
The funding, however, is running out and the program could end in June.
I would really urge everyone who believes in realising girls' full potential to get in behind it. And also globally, there's a lot of evidence that when girls get to menstruation age, they're often seen as fit for marriage, and then their schooling stops and there's a vicious cycle that goes from there. So ensuring that there is access to menstrual hygiene, to adequate toilet and water sanitation facilities is just so critical.
And in the spirit of Sir Ed, his charity is still aiming high. Rather than accept defeat, it's hoping to extend the program to 8 more schools in the remote Everest region.